So there's quite a lot of scientific research around all four of the methods in SYRN that I've developed over 16 years about that of teaching therapeutic yoga from all walks of life. I've had many cancer patients, older adults with blood pressure issues, athletes in training, students, busy mums. The SYRN method integrates somatic movement, yin yoga, restorative yoga and yoga nidra into a single structured practice, which is designed to regulate your nervous system, restore natural balance, sometimes called samadhi in yoga, and promote resilience, which is super important if we have stressful lives. So the science behind the somatic movement, which is about the first 10 or 15 minutes of the class, it's gentle, mindful movement designed to release the habitual muscular tension, the patterns of tension, and bring more awareness, more feeling. And we know from the science that this activates the proprioceptive pathways, which is how we know where our body is in space. And this improves motor control and reduces tension, which can in turn reduce pain. Stimulates interoception, which is our brain's ability to sense our internal states. And this is linked to emotional regulation and resilience. We know this from the research on chronic pain and mindful gentle movement. Somatics also mobilise the joints and the fascia, which supports circulation and helps to prepare the body for the stillness of the yin yoga, which is the second part. So long holds, floor-based poses, gently stressing the connective tissue while encouraging the body to stay still. We know from the science sustained passive stretches target fascia, our connective tissue, and improve tissue hydration, which is the elasticity, production of collagen, helping with joint mobility. Holding stillness activates our parasympathetic nervous system, lowering the heart rate and blood pressure. Super healthy practice. Stillness and inward focus engage the default mode network in the brain. And this is supporting reflection, creativity, and a meditative state. So the yin is to really focus the mind, after the somatics is to focus the body. And then restorative yoga, a fully supported position. We always like to use lots of cushions so that the body is in complete rest. And we know the science of restorative yoga is promoting that down regulation of the nervous system, reducing cortisol and adrenaline, shifting the body into that state, parasympathetic dominance, sometimes called rest and digest, which is essential for healing and immune function. Also facilitates baroreflex sensitivity, which is helping to regulate blood pressure, which is particularly supportive for older adults and those with hypertension, high blood pressure. So once we've really learnt how to rest, we've evened everything out, we've got the nidra. The nidra is the sleep of the awakened, or sometimes called yogic sleep. It takes the practitioner through the stages of body awareness, breath awareness, and then some imagery. And we know from the science this induces the hypnagogic state between wakefulness and sleep, allowing the brain to access slow wave, theta and delta activity. And this is associated with increased GABA production. GABA neurotransmitter calms the brain and reduces anxiety. Great study by Chris Streeter on yoga and GABA. Evidence shows yoga nidra can also reduce symptoms of PTSD, chronic pain, insomnia and stress. And we know also that nidra can provide the equivalent rest to several hours of sleep while also enhancing memory, consolidation and emotional regulation. Nidra is literally magical. So why does SYRN work as a whole system? I know it works. I've seen it hundreds of times in my classes. It's a whole system of sort of step down nervous system regulation, because each stage moves progressively down from the active somatic movement to the increasingly passive states, the yin, restore, nidra, guiding the nervous system gently from sympathetic activation into deep parasympathetic rest. SYRN is accessible to all bodies. Sequence can be adapted for people of all ages and health conditions, and this makes it therapeutic across diverse populations. And it's a holistic integration, combining movement, meditation, stillness, and deep rest. SYRN addresses the physical, emotional, and the cognitive layers of well-being, very much like the kosher model that we use in yoga therapy.